If GME was a sitcom. Just imagine the only way to check up on a stock is once a day after getting the newspaper. F that. Imagine how easy it was to manipulate people into doing what market makers want back then. Yeah, that's like basically impossible nowadays. Luckily, manipulation doesn't exist on the internet, otherwise we'd be screwed. Can you imagine everyone just buying something that had no purpose or value, just believing in it because they liked the stock? Sounds like that would be the darkest timeline. Wait, are you saying I should buy darkest timeline? What's the ticker? How much do I need to invest to get a Lambo? 4 2 0. Okay, Abed. Can I be Troy? Can you do butt stuff? Ask your wife's boyfriend. Dollar Abed to the moon confirmed. Or did you mean dollar CSPR? Dankest. Imagine if belief was all you needed for something to have value. Looking at you, fiat currency. I'd like your comment, but you have 69 likes. I'd be doing you a disservice. The hero I need, but the one I don't deserve. What PLTR do PLTR you PLTR mean PLTR by PLTR that PLTR? PLTR. Wait, PLTR, did PLTR say PLTR? This is not financial advice. I like the stock. Wait. Did you just do a manipulation? So right, no manipulation, nowhere. Lucky for us that the regulators are doing a fine job to keep things straight. LOL. The 90s were a wild time. They were great. I can't tell if they were much simpler because I was a kid, or if it was the lack of technology. I was a kid in the 80s and a teen in the 90s. And the 90s was a much cooler time than today. Technology was just coming around, we weren't slaves to it yet. We just admired it from afar, and still had analog fun. Yeah, I was a teenager in the early 2000s and it was great. No social media. Everyone had phones, so it was easy to organize crap, but there wasn't texting, so you weren't stuck to it. Internet was around to find stuff when you needed but wasn't shoved down your throat. And it was socially acceptable to turn your phone off and fairly common to be out of service in rural areas. All the good stuff with not much of the downsides yet. I feel like 2005 to 2011 was peak internet. All the memes, games, speed, none of the insane politicizing of every single thing, reliable, and corporations didn't move in full force, and influencers weren't a thing either because monetization was in its infancy. I mean, on campus, social media hit hard by 2006 or so. It was such a huge deal when the Facebook opened up registration to your campus email. Same here. You kept in contact with your friends via AIM or MSN Messenger. Or you picked up the phone and called. Then when you hung out with people, everyone wasn't glued to their effing phone. Because I was a kid, yeah, it's this one. Yay, bruh. If you took a time machine to 900 AD and swiped a Roman dude from his morning walk to bring him to this year, he would say times were much simpler when he was a kid. He'd totally be wrong though. It's just the perspective of childhood effing with him. Everyone knows technology has no effect on the complexity of the time. Seriously, all y'all armchair philosophers are retarded. Times were literally simpler when news traveled slower and the world was less interconnected. They really were. Dude, I was watching the tape on TV on channel 39 and I had to wait a full 4 minutes for no effing tell to come around. I thought I was lucky. This was 1999. Newspaper to check the stock. F. That would suck. Laughing my butt off and you had to call a mother effer on the phone to buy and sell. RH wouldn't have even been possible, bah ha ha ha. On a landline, no less. If you were really cool, you could do it from your car phone. YouTube link. %, hashtag and thieves, they are everywhere, even in Jerry's car. I wonder how many people will look back on 2021 and say, ha. What inferior technology. How sad. Looks back to 2006 shutters. Ha. Imagine having to buy and sell using a physical device and your fingers to press the buttons to do it. In the future, we'll be doing it with the computer chips in our brains, and all we'll have to do is think about buying and selling. Back then, you couldn't check to see how much you were losing just whenever. News stations showed tickers going by all day long throughout the 90s. Yeah, how else would paper-handed boomers know when to call their broker? Back then they had evening edition papers too, but you still had to go somewhere to buy the paper. I can buy the actual stock during my morning crap now. A lot easier to gemstone, raised hand, back then. Also a lot easier to avoid impulse buys. Imagine just having $10,000 to throw at a stock from one single guy telling you to invest. And they insinuate that there is no aftermarket trading? What the F? Now you know why Pelosi's net worth and her family members went from $29 million in 2012 to $297 million in 2019. Those conversations over family dinner. As she came from a White House Treasury meeting. I've been wanting someone to make a meme GME video with the comedy TV show Seinfeld for a month now. Finally decided to spend my Sunday afternoon learning how to use a video editing software. I hope anyone who watches the video enjoys it. Respect for taking the time to learn. I always feel like I have good ideas but no means to express them digitally like this. To take the step of going out to learn how, then putting out this gemstone, is perfect. You can easily do this using Windows Movie Maker. Until the idiots at Microsoft decide to kill WMM. Didn't they already do it and come up with a new one? The new one has too many bells and whistles for me. You can download the older version off the web. This is the way. The older version is better. RIP MS Paint. It came back as Paint 3D. I still use the old Paint, haha. I've got a super fast computer and the damn thing still takes 3 to 5 seconds to load while Paint is instant. I've been too lazy to learn anything new despite having a full Adobe Suite license. Dual monitors, 32 GB RAM, the works. I use old Paint for everything. Mostly because crap posts don't need to be fancy. Wait, you mean I don't have to hook up a VHS camera and a VCR to make these anymore? I can do this in Kid Pics. I use crayons to edit my videos. Then I eat them. You can't eat a video. Not with that attitude. For a newbie video editor, you did a superb job with this beauty. Gold. Pure gold. Great job. That's gold, Jerry. Gold. Why do they call it Ovaltine? The mug is round. The jar is round. They should call it Roundtine. Jerry would fit perfectly in this subreddit. Perfect. Great job and good on you for learning and making it happen. I made my first video meme for the same reason. Don't let your memes just be dreams. Well, I hope you know that everyone who watched it till the end enjoyed every minute of it. Gemstone, celebratory gesture. Take my bananas, ape. You just made me want to throw on this episode. Good work. Great work, great script. Fluctuated out of $4,000, love it. I sure hope you posted this on r/Zainfeld. Brilliant, Reddit link. Are you a Gemite? Are you talking about lost/gas digital, celebratory hands in the air, gemstone, rocket? Yes, doggy. Got some real ass dudes up in here. Totally just read that out loud in my best Luis voice. Happy to eat crayons with fellow apes who love the stonk, celebratory hands in the air, gemstone, rocket, new moon with face. I'd say that was an afternoon well spent. This is so damn good. It reminds me of the fan-made scripts of how Seinfeld characters would have reacted to things like 9/11 or COVID hitting NYC. I could 100% see a GameStop episode playing out this way if the show were on the air today. This was great. Which episode was this? I believe it's the last episode of season 1. The next season and beyond, they made George become more of an idiot. I enjoyed the edit and the series immensely. The best series by far. Needed this. These tendies are making me thirsty. Seinfeld being my favorite show of all time, I loved it. It's always surprising how timeless their humor is, even if some of the things feel so dated, no smartphones, etc. Great job and an amazing series. I'm sure there are plenty of clips you can use for future memes. Quality work. This is one of the greatest days of your life. This was hilarious. Thank you for taking the time to do this. You are wild. Smiley face, folded hands. I watched Seinfeld when it originally aired. This literally cheered me up after a really crappy weekend. Thank you. And it reinforces my theory it really is the 90s again. True retards we must be if you feel the need to qualify Seinfeld with comedy TV show. Glad I'm not alone in this. Seinfeld has been on my mind ever since I got suckered into the stonks. Effing classic. This was very entertaining. Thank you. Great work, Ty. I wonder how many amateur editors this sub has created. Hang in there. Very cool. One of my favorite episodes. Take the upvote. Take it deep. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.